Hi everyone, I'm going to make a card today, and I'm starting with a standard size card base of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's with craft cardstock. And I'm going to be using this background stamp from Hero Arts that is a lace stamp, and the camera will focus here, and you can see it's very detailed with all those stitches. It's a gorgeous stamp, and I love it. I'm just covering it with Versamark. And because the stamp is so intricate, before I do my stamping, I'm going to use a stamping helper. It's just an anti-static bag. And I'm putting lots of pressure because, again, it's a large stamp and it's a detailed stamp. This is ultrafine white embossing powder. And I'm just getting the stamp image nice and covered. And now I'm going to heat set it. And I love the look of white embossing powder over craft cardstock. And it's a popular look, but I do really like it. It's very pretty to me. And this stamp embosses very well. In fact, it looks more like lace once it's been embossed than it does when it's stamped in ink. Most likely because being raised just enhances the image, but it's just a beautiful stamp. I'm just going to bring it closer there. You can see that it really does look like fabric a little bit. There you can see that it holds its detail very well. So now I'm just going to stick some embossed photo corners on my stamped image. And I made the stamped image slightly smaller than my card base because I wanted to have sort of a layered effect. Like the lace was framed out. And now I'm just going to attach it to the front of the card base with dimensional adhesive. And I don't know where these photo corners are from. They were a gift to me, so I'm not sure what the brand is on these. So just sticking down my card element, my major stamped element here. Now I'm going to stamp Sweet Birthday Wishes inside because this is a birthday card and this is an Inkadinkado stamp set. And since I'm using a clear stamp, I'm going to do my stamping on my mouse pad. The mouse pad just gives a little cushion and give to the stamped image to get a crisper look from a clear stamp that way. It just works better for me if I stamp on something that's a little cushy. And I'm using StazOn and jet black, and that's actually because I was out of timber brown, which is what I would have used if I hadn't been out. So now I'm going to cover these flowers with ink. This is Colorbox Fluid Chalk ink. I think the color is Rouge is the pink that I'm using. And I only need one flower for this card, but I'm going to make 3. And I'm going to go through the trouble of coloring white Primas like this. I like to make a few so that I have some just ready for other projects. So once again, just covering the white Prima flowers with that ink, and now I'm adding Ranger Perfect Pearls in Perfect Gold to a mini mister. And I was almost out. I use this color a lot. It's probably the color I use the most of the Perfect Pearls, even more than Pearl. And now I'm just going to grab a water bottle off my desk and fill the mini mister with the water. And Perfect Pearls has a binding agent mixed into it that's activated by water. So once it's mixed with water, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else to set it. And I'm just spraying this over the flowers. And I'm letting it set for a second so it can kind of blend with the ink and blend it out. It's a really pretty look, especially if your flowers are embossed like these are. It settles in the low points and gives a striped look that's really cool. And now I'm using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to assemble my flower pieces. I did the same thing with those green flowers. It's the exact same process. And so now I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue on the back of the pink flowers and glue them in the center of the green, and then the green flowers actually then become like leaves. And now I'm putting just a very small drop of adhesive in the center of each flower, and I'm going to add a pearl center. And these are the large pearls from the Prima line collection. They're just pearl done. They're not colored. I think their color might be white. They might call them white. So now set those aside to dry. You want the Scotch adhesive dries pretty fast, but you do want to make sure that it's pretty dry. And so now I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of the flower and stick it down in this lower right corner. And that's all I'm going to do to the card. And I didn't want to get too fancy with the front of the card just because the lace is so beautiful to me. I didn't want to cover it up. And so I left it very simple. And so I'm just taking my zig markers and I'm signing my name. And usually on a card I put a heart and then my name, and then I color in the heart with pink marker, which is what I'm going to do here. I just like to add a little pop of color to the inside of my cards. So I'm going to color in, and this is more of a salmony orange pink, just to better match the color of the pink on the flower on the front of the card. So in just a second, I'm going to finish coloring this in and close it up so you can get one last look at it. I hope you enjoyed the card, and thanks for watching. Have fun crafting. I'll see you next time. Bye.